Hi everyone, I'm Thelma and my channel is Seasonal Crafts and Creations. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. I want to thank you all for stopping by, taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on these Dollar Tree 4th of July DIYs. Alright. Our first project, you will need two of those bandanas that come two for $1.25 from the Dollar Tree, and lay it where the top is facing upwards and the inside is facing downward. And then if you have one with the flag, make sure the front of it is facing downward. And it's always good to tell you can see the tag and it'll be up. And the blue with the stars, make sure it's over here in the right top corner. That way when we go to flip it, it'll be flipped out right. I hope that made sense. I'll be able to show you better. And even this up as good as you can, because it's not cut straight. I can see that right now. And we're going to leave the right side all the way down on this side. We're not going to glue it, and we're going to glue the other three sides. So just flip up your fabric and you don't have to have a lot. And if you have those little finger guards, that would be great to use. And if you see any little spots that the glue didn't get on, just lift it up and put some more there. And try to keep your lines straight. And just do that all the way around, but do not do the right side. Okay, after you glued the bottom and top and left side, go over to where you didn't sew on the right side, and let's turn this inside out, or is it outside in? Inside, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Make sure you get the corners. And see, by doing it that way, the flag is the way it should be. And the corners, by ripping them like I said, they're curved. Okay, now let's stuff it. Now I already have part of an old pillow, and I cut it down to almost where it should fit over half of this pillow, and just have to stuff a little bit with some more that I pulled apart. You can use an old pillow, whether it be a regular pillow or a throw pillow stuffing, or you can go to Walmart and buy the stuffing, or any store, it doesn't have to be Walmart, and or you can buy a pillow just to unstuff it for this. And normally a regular bedside pillow on these, you can use them for one big pillow and a few small, medium-sized pillows. Excuse me. Or if you make gnomes, you can use them to stuff the gnome hat. I'm just right now fluffing this and working some of the stuffing into the corner here. And bring it around here so you can see how that, by me measuring it and just cutting the pillow over halfway in half, it's just enough for it to stuff this. Now take your fabric and use both of these. Take the top and curl it, fold it under and the bottom too, the one with the, well, I have the one with the gnomes on it, and just be careful and don't burn yourself, and just start out by just a little bit of glue. Make sure you get it nice and tight here at the corner. And I'll show you how to get this in here in a minute. Take this and just push it in while it's still drying. And then squeeze it. You just have to work with it. Now, squeeze it. Alright, now that you got a nice tight, and it's bent, folded, I keep wanting to say bent, folded on the bottom and the top, and see how it's nice and closed there. Now let's continue on the rest, and make sure you get the pillow and not the stuffing. And I just do it a little bit at a time on these big ones. And use these, your finger with the safety guards to push down to make the glue stick. I have some of the pillow stuffing on my glue gun. Okay. And once this dries real good, we'll give it a good fluffing. That's all you do. You do it all the way to the end. Okay, after the glue is dried, just go to the corners and fluff it up into the corners. Pull in your pillow stuffing. It should look something like this. When you're finished, just fluff it off. And you can stuff as much as you want, just don't overstuff it, because then you'll have trouble getting it glued, and it could pop loose. And here's the finished project. And here's the back, so you could do it either way. Okay, for our next project you will need one of these signs or one similar to it, and down here there's felt, the word lake. Just, you need to scrape it off as good as you can, and then sand it down. Now, after you have that scraped off and sanded down as best as you could, now you don't have to have contact paper, you can paint this, but take your ruler and measure from the inside to the other side, inside. and just mark it right there at the corner, and then measure from side to side. Double measure that, make sure I have that right. And mark it off. Now, take your ruler, and I believe that was almost 13. Almost 14. And just mark it. And I couldn't find my pen, so I'm using this marker. And make sure it's straight. Alright, now just cut this out. And if it's a little bit longer, that's okay, because it's easier to cut down, because you sure can't, once you cut it, you can't add to it. Okay, now just push it in there and see how I'm pushing it up against the edges. And then I'm taking it and getting the size of this from pushing down on it. Okay, be careful getting it out, because I just ripped mine, but it's okay. You can't really tell it. And just follow that line that you made. Now, okay, now I'm going to have to add just a little bit in the corner. If you mess up, it's fine. If you do that, just measure your little piece out. So now I'm going to be using my glue gun, because I can't find my my sticks of glue. I'm going to try to find it real fast. Alright, after you have it cut down and you can see that it fits right in there, just use whatever glue you want. I have some of this Jot clear glue. That would work great. I have this Elmer's. It's purple and it's clear when it's dry. Or you can use a glue gun or Mod Podge. Whoops. Almost out, apparently. I'm going to have to buy me some more. I love this glue here, the purple kind. Alright. Now, push down and out to get any bubbles out. Now, you can either use these small felt letters. They're small ones. You can get them in red, white, and blue, but they were out of blue. So I took one of these poster stickers, and for the U I painted red, the S white, and the A blue. And I let it dry for about, I don't know, 6 hours to make sure it was good and dry. And I'm just going to pop these out, and I'll show you how I'm putting them on. Alright, I decided, in case you are going to be using one of these and painted them like I did, use your little, I forget what this is called, but it has a little pointed so it catches. And take your letters off that way less chance of them tearing. So let's put I'm just going to sit them here for now. Now let's get the S. And first I just do that to get some of it to come loose. And just slowly take it off. And then the A. Alright, and there. Now we have to find, there it is. Might be better to look on the back to find where you have to pull that loose. There. I'll just put it on that. It's sticky. Trying to get it to where it won't stick to nothing. Okay, I think instead of going straight across, I think this looks good the way I just laid these in here. Make sure you have it straight. I'm not real good at getting things straight. Now let's do the S. And the paint, I just used these. The red and the white came from Walmart. It's that apple barrel. And the blue, well, it also came from Walmart too. And then let's just do the A right here. Push down on these. Now you can make a bow if you want, or add some other little things on it, but if I'd thought about it, I would have painted this white, but I think it looks good just the way it is. So there's that. Another simple and easy, less than, what, 5 minutes to make. So there's that one. Trying to figure out a place to lay it. Alright, and then we're going to get ready and do the next DIY. For our next project, you will need 2 of these. They're 2-piece 11 by 14 inch from Dollar Tree Plus. They were $5 for both of them. And some window clings of your choice. On one, I'm using some of this One Nation America, the Beautiful, and one of these. And I might use this one later on the bigger 15 by 20 canvas, but that'll be in a different DIY video. And you'll need some Mod Podge. So just figure out if you want to do it long from top to bottom or this way. And the best way I've found is just to look at them. And like this one, it would not look good. It would look better going this way. And that's what I'm going to do with the first one. So I'm going to put one aside. Let me take, it's where this little thing comes in handy too, I forget what it's called. But you can't beat it for $1.25. Just find, there it is. Now get your Mod Podge. I want to make sure there's no, okay, because this is a new bottle, but shake it up. I just put it right on. Make sure you get the corners and everywhere on this so it is a nice even seal. And go kind of fast. And once we get it on the canvas like we want it, we'll put a top coat on to seal it in. Seal it on, I should say, not in. But it doesn't matter if it looks white, it dries clear if you've never used Mod Podge before. Okay, now let's center this as best as you can. And make it straight going across. And get any bubbles or wrinkles out of it. Okay, now make sure, I'm just checking it to make sure it's all glued down. Now let's get some more. See what else we want to put. I think I'm going to go for this Let Freedom ring. As soon as I find the edge. With the way the light hits, it's hard to see them sometimes. And then we'll do that little star too. I'll lay it right there. I want to see where I want this before I glue them down. Let's see. I think I'm going to do Happy 4th of July next.